Welcome back everyone, welcome to another video. Breakfast Club CTG, we back in this beat. Today I'm going over things I wish I knew when I first started lifting, exercising, and working out. Welcome back everyone. If you're new here, my name is Rodrigo. I make functional fitness videos as well as lifestyle and motivational videos. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's go ahead and get right into the video. This video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be going over things I wish I knew when I first started working out. I first started working out back in 2009 and it's currently 2020 now, so a little over 10 years I would say. When I started working out, there are so many things that I didn't know that I should be doing or that were essential in terms of losing fat, building muscle, this or that. Believe it or not, I used to be a very chubby kid. That was because I stopped playing sports and I wasn't very active. And then I actually became super skinny. So now I'm trying to build muscle and train for performance. So there are tons of things that I wish I knew in terms of nutrition, in terms of training, in terms of mentality when working out. We're gonna go ahead and get into a few things that are crucial that I wish I knew back then. First thing I wish I knew was quality of food. Quality of food makes a big difference. When I was chubby, I was just eating a bunch of processed foods. We didn't really have all that great of nutrition at my school or cafeteria or that sort of thing. Even though I was working out, I just didn't know what I should be putting in my body. I thought that I could just eat whatever and I would be fine, until I just got to the point to where I was like, well, why am I not really getting results, or why am I not looking like these people in the magazines in terms of like at least being in good shape? I was strong, I was still squatting a lot, I was benching a lot, but I just wasn't looking the part, right? So quality of food was one thing I wish I knew that would make all the difference. The second big eating mistake that I made was the quantity of food. I thought that I could just eat a bunch of shitty food and I would be making gains, when really it comes down to quality and quantity. For that goal I was trying to get at first, which was fat loss, I should have been eating lower food or less food, lower calorie. Whenever I was skinny, on the other hand, I should have been eating more food. My activity level at that point just wasn't keeping up to my caloric intake, so basically how much food I was bringing in. I was doing football at the time, I had weightlifting, and then just other activities. I was constantly running around, and the amount of food I was eating just wasn't enough to at least sustain a better weight, or at least put on muscle so I could at least look like I lifted. For a little while I looked like I lifted, and then I just got super skinny just because I was just breaking down my body. Another thing I wish I knew was that not eating does not help. You have to be eating in terms of fat loss. I remember there was a point where I was eating very little, and I just thought that like if you just didn't eat that you would lose weight. Obviously it didn't go on for a very long time, but that was a misconception that I had, and I got lucky that I caught it early on. So don't be afraid to eat. Whether you're trying to lose fat, whether you're trying to gain muscle, you need to eat for both of them. When you're trying to lose fat, you need to be eating constantly. You need to be eating and hitting your macro intake requirement. If you need more info on that, I can help you out. Apply for one-on-one coaching, link in the description. But you need to be hitting your macronutrient intake or your caloric intake, and you have to be eating so your metabolism is working, so your body is constantly working and getting your muscles nutrients that it needs to lose fat, maintain muscle. And on the other hand, when you're trying to build muscle, you need to be getting those calories in, good quality foods such as proteins, fats, and carbs, meats, whole foods in general, to put you either at maintenance or in a surplus. So you start to gain muscle, you start to gain a little bit of weight, and you do that slowly over a few months. So you minimize the fat gain and you maximize the muscle gain. And then when it's time to cut down, you start bringing the calories down, and you're still eating obviously a little bit lower, and you cut them down little by little in order to maximize your fat loss gain. So those are just a few of the eating mistakes that I made that I wish I knew whenever I first started. The next biggest piece I wish I knew when I started lifting was that hours of cardio aren't gonna get you shredded. Obviously there's a time and place for cardio, and you have to do it in moderation. You have to do it in a sustainable way, or else you're just gonna burn yourself out. I thought that all those skinny shredded people just ran all day or just did a bunch of cardio all the time. Even though I wasn't personally doing it, I honestly barely ever did cardio. I just played basketball or just played sports, and that's kind of how I did it. And then whatever I was eating in a caloric deficit. So yeah, I wish I knew that hours of cardio don't get you shredded. Another big thing that I wish I knew was the amount of time you need to work out for. I remember there was a good period where I was working out for like 2.5 hours a day, and I was like, yes, you're just gonna make more gains, but you can only do so much to your body to where your body needs time to recover, and you can only break down so much muscle to where you need to just get your post-workout nutrition in, and then your recovery, such as sleep, hydrate, and then obviously the food. So hours in the gym aren't really going to get you the results or expedite the results that you're looking for naturally, right? So don't kill yourself in the gym for like 2.5, 3 hours. You could even get a workout in 30 minutes if your intensity is high. So it really just comes down to your goal, whether it's fat loss, muscle gain. If it's fat loss, you want to have pretty intense workouts to burn fat. If it's to maintain muscle, you want to have steadier state workouts to where you're holding on to as much muscle as possible and slowly cutting down the fat. If it's for muscle gain or strength gain, you obviously want to be lifting weights, you want to be eating in a caloric surplus, and you want to be minimizing cardio. You can still throw it in there to keep your breathing and endurance up, but just minimize it. Or if you're doing cardio for that purpose, maybe compensate by throwing in a little bit more calories. So I wish I knew spending countless hours in the gym weren't going to give me the results or give me faster results. The next biggest thing I wish I knew when I started exercising was having a winner's mentality, just a get after it, go get it mentality. When I first started working out, I just did it because it was fun. It was like new to me. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I remember not knowing what the difference between a set and a rep was. Funny story, I was in the high school weight room, and the weightlifting team had their little after school weight session one day. This is like at the beginning of my freshman year, like maybe a weekend. I found out that they did that, and I happened to be walking by the weight room and saw people working out in there. I was like, hey, can I work out? And the wrestling coach was like, yeah, sure. And I remember the wrestling coach just taught me everything. He's like, do you want to wrestle? I'm like, no, I just want to work out. And I remember him teaching me everything. He taught me the difference between a set, a rep, a drop set, how many reps you should do, like different types of programming. And I remember just during my workout, I was like thinking, it was so hard because it was hard lifting the weight, but also I was like just super mentally fatigued trying to remember what the heck a set and a rep was, and like, okay, I did 15 reps, so that's a set, or I've done 3 sets and now I got to do another 15 reps. It was just like I didn't know anything, and I was trying to learn, but that didn't stop me, man. I asked so many questions, and I just liked it for some reason. I just had like this newbie mentality that was really awesome, and whenever workouts got hard, they were just like, I guess that's just what it was, and I liked it a lot. As I progressed years down the road, obviously like being in pain was part of it, and just embracing that pain and then using it to kind of just go in there with I'm gonna kill this workout, I'm a winner, I'm gonna just make this a super hard workout to maximize the gain. And obviously whenever you're working out, let's say you're new to it, you need to have that mentality. You need to, instead of being like scared and like standoffish to the gym and working out, even though I totally know it can be intimidating to go into the gym and it might be scary and it's uncomfortable because it's something new. Luckily for me, it was just in my high school weight room, and it was literally just a bunch of other guys, my friends my age, that were lifting, so I wasn't too uncomfortable. But going to a new setting in a gym with a bunch of people and it's busy and everyone seems like they know what they're doing, it can totally be intimidating. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Go up to the people that look like they know how to lift, or that are lifting, or that have a pretty decent physique or body that you look up to, and ask them questions. Don't be afraid to ask them questions. But your mentality should be, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna crush this workout, I'm gonna do the best I can with the knowledge I have and the abilities I have right now, and maximize that hour and a half I have in the gym. Whether that's weight training, whether that's circuit, whether that's taking a class, whether that's just running on the treadmill or stair stepper, make it hurt, make it count, and crush it, man. Because if you have that mentality going into the gym, that's gonna translate to outside of the gym. Whether it's work, whether it's school, whether it's family stuff, you're gonna be able to take things on with a more courageous, confident mentality and mindset. It's gonna help you overall just in every other area of life. So another thing I wish someone would have just told me was go in there and have that go get it, crush it mentality. To me, it kind of just came naturally after a few years, in terms of like it got fun and I started seeing results and I started seeing muscle being put on, and it was just like, yes, let's go lift this weight. Another thing I wish I would have known straight off the bat was seasons of cutting and seasons of bulking. I always just wanted to lift as much as I could for as many reps, but what I didn't really understand at first was the difference between high reps and the high volume and the purpose behind that, and low lower reps and lower volume and the purpose behind that. I kind of just randomly did just like, you know, the normal 5x5s, 10x10s, and then after like a few weeks or months, I kind of just naturally went to like the higher rep schemes and stuff. I didn't really know what the purpose behind that was. Maybe a year or two in, during like weightlifting in high school, and I started doing more research, I kind of found the purpose behind it. So one thing I wish I knew when I first started working out, having the purpose and intent behind your rep schemes and your workout split. If your goal is to lose fat, obviously you want to do higher volume workouts, or you want to do maybe just anywhere between the 8 to 10 rep range. If your goal is to get strong, you obviously want to do lower reps and have longer rest periods so you get the most out of those reps with the most weight. So knowing the purpose behind the rep schemes and having those seasons, knowing that those seasons are necessary in terms of when you're bulking, you should probably be going for strength. When you're cutting, going for a higher volume, or just have a set schedule or a set routine that you do. A few weeks of high volume, a few weeks of lower volume, that sort of thing. Again, if you guys need help with any of this, I'd love to help you out. Go ahead and apply for my one-on-one coaching. The link is in the description. The next biggest thing I wish I knew when I first started exercising was that taking supplements were gonna get me jacked. When I was just started working out, I didn't really know much about supplements, or if anything at all. I thought they were almost like steroids. I thought like a tin of protein was a steroid. I didn't take it because of that. I thought creatine was like the secret sauce, the magic sauce that would just get you big and jacked and ripped. So I just didn't know anything about supplements. Wish I would have known right when I would have started, because I would have seen a lot more gains. Supplements paired with the exercise knowledge and then good nutrition, I would have seen so much more gains, and I wish I would have known. Taking a protein shake or a protein supplement straight after working out, along with a carb source, maybe a banana or a thing of oats straight away after working out, I would have seen a lot more gains, especially when I just started lifting and I was fresh and I was making all these newbie gains. I would have just seen a lot more results. Also, taking a supplement like, let's say, creatine, that would have helped me out as well when I was first started working out, especially when the goal was to get big and to put on muscle and stuff. That would have helped out a lot, especially with the strength gains. Also looking into a supplement like, let's say, a mass gainer at the time, whenever I was super skinny and didn't really know what the heck was going on with supplements and food. Maybe a mass gainer would have helped out. So one thing I wish I knew, just being more educated on supplements and what they could do. Obviously, if they supplement your workout routine and nutrition, good nutrition paired with a workout plan and supplements can definitely expedite your gains and help you make a lot of gains straight off the bat in the beginning. And whether you're intermediate or you're experienced, like, supplements help you out, and they're just a tool to help you make gains and progress. Another huge thing I wish I would have known was to prioritize form and technique over weight. Luckily, I had a coach that was always watching me and was always critiquing my form, and he kind of instilled that was form technique over heavy weight. They obviously pushed lifting heavy a lot just because they were football coaches and they wanted you to get big, but form and technique over lifting heavy, it's crucial, man. It's gonna help you, especially when you first start exercising. That can be with an air squat, that can be with a back squat, that can be with a bicep curl. I don't care what it is. If it's a bodyweight movement, a push-up, form, technique. You gotta get that down in order to make gains. You're building a foundation. You want to look good, you want to move good, and you're building that foundation so that whenever your strength goes up, or as your strength goes up, you're not going to get hurt, you're going to avoid injury, and you're going to be able to lift heavy weight with good form and technique without having to sacrifice anything. You're going to be able to lift weights pretty well with good form and good movement. You're going to be able to do it the correct way. You're going to be maximizing your muscle gains, your strength gains, and actually engaging the muscles that are supposed to be worked. Nail down the fundamentals. If you're new here, I started doing CrossFit and I literally started from the bottom, from the ground up. There was movements I'd never done, like a squat snatch, a overhead squat, a power clean. I started with little to no weight. I stayed after class and I just did the movement with the barbell, an empty weight. I went in there, I was looking like I lifted, but I did it with no weight. I didn't care about how I looked. I was like, oh, this dude doesn't lift any weight. I wanted to nail down the form, the technique, to be able to lift heavier weights, because I was looking at this long term. I wanted to be able to lift the weights with good form, good technique down the road once the weights got heavier, because I know that I'm going to get there and I know that I'm going to get there. So this obviously has to be a long-term play for you. It's a lifestyle more than just like a little, oh, I'm just going to go do this a few days. No, you got to do it every day if you want to get good at it, if you want to see progression, if you want to see those results that you're after. So the consistency, the discipline, it's crucial. My next biggest thing that I wish I knew was that consistency, discipline, action is what gets you results. Having a plan, doing something every day and executing it every day with focus is what's gonna get you those results. There's not gonna be a magic workout. There's not gonna be a magic pill, a magic supplement, a magic food that's gonna burn your fat, that's gonna make you gain muscle, that's gonna get you these crazy strength gains. It's progression, it's consistency, it's consistent, sustained effort over a period of time. I wish I would have known that, just because I remember hopping from program to program, trying these different things, and it was just part of my learning process, I guess. But I wish I would have just known to, hey, stick to a program for 3 months and you're gonna see a lot of gains from that, and then maybe try something else. That comes with nutrition, whether it's tracking your macros, whether it's keto, whether it's carb cycling, whatever it is, it applies to nutrition too, and it also applies to the training aspect as well. Okay, so the last piece of advice I feel like has to be the #1 rule for starting out, working out, exercising in general, whatever level you're at, whatever part of your journey you're at right now. Working out, health and fitness has to be for you. You're going into the gym for you, no one else. So that means throw out the fear, throw out all these irrational thoughts of, oh, I'm gonna look stupid, oh, I'm gonna look dumb, oh, what if so-and-so judges me, what if so-and-so says something because I'm chubby right now and they're gonna see me that I'm trying to lose weight and it makes me feel awkward and weird. Screw all of that. You're going into the gym to better yourself. You're going into the gym to make gains. You're going in there to look good, to feel good, and to perform good. You want to look good naked, be honest. That's the only reason why you're going to the gym, or to get your health up. What comes with the gains that come from it are so incredible, and just they're uncomparable to anything else, that you have to have that laser focus, and you can't give a fuck about what anyone else says. You can't be afraid of judgment. You can't be afraid to look dumb in front of people. If you have a question, ask a trainer. People look at you and laugh at you, or they judge you and they look like they lift, then shame on them. Like, I feel bad for them, because anyone that would come up to me, or that I feel like that would go up to someone that looks like they work out or looks like they know what they're doing or are healthy, would take that as a compliment. Like, the fact that you're going to them for help and advice comes off as a compliment. Like, hey, like, they chose me to help them. That's pretty awesome. So get rid of all that fear. Remember that you're going to the gym for yourself and no one else, so nothing matters. Whenever you're going to the gym, that's for you. That's your time to get your mind right. That's time to de-stress. That's time to work off anything that pissed you off, to just let aggression and anger out. The gym has so many other uses besides just the going in and getting a pump, and it's the mental gains you're gonna get. To me, honestly, I get some of my best ideas in the gym and mental clarity there. I get motivation there. I get inspiration there. I get creativity there. Just so many different things from the gym. The confidence it leaves you with, the mentality you leave with in terms of, like, you can take anything on. The fact that you're willingly doing something hard, that you're willingly putting yourself under stress and pain, and the fact that you're willingly doing that, and you're willingly making something hard for yourself on purpose to better yourself, it makes you go out there and just kick ass, and really just makes you feel like you can take anything on, you can accomplish anything that you do. I remember when I first started working out, I would be doing bicep curls and they hurt really bad and they were burning, and I was just like, I'm gonna do a fucking another one just so I can show my mind that I can do it. I would hit my goal of 10 reps and I'd do, no, 2 more. And I would do that shit on purpose no matter how bad it hurt. And then I would say, I'd hit those 2 and I'd be, I got another 3. And I'd crank out another 3. And all of this just kept giving me that confidence and that winner's mindset. Like, hey, you can keep going. Hey, you said you could do this, but you can do more. And once you leave the gym, it kind of just carries over to that. And man, it helps you out in social situations. It helps you out in school. It helps you out in business. It helps you out in so many different ways. So that last and final piece, your health and fitness journey is for you and you only. What you do with it after, in terms of using the person that you're becoming and using what your fitness journey is giving you to help others and put other stuff into the world, is the results and is, I guess, the fruit from your health and fitness journey, man. So just always remember that it starts with you. It has to start with you if you want to help other people. So just always remember that, man. These are the things that I wish I knew when I first started lifting and exercising. I hope you guys found this valuable, man. I hope you guys are fired up and go crush any workouts in the gym. Head over to Instagram, follow me there, shots_G. Let me know you came from YouTube. Let me know if this video helped you. Drop a comment below and let me know. Tell me a little bit about your guys' story, any struggles you guys had, anything you guys wish you guys would have known, and that sort of thing. I'd love to hear it. For training and nutrition coaching, hit the link in the description and apply. I'd love to help you guys out. For any supplements, oneupnutrition.com, code SHOTSG, 20% off with that code, and it helps me out a lot. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. As always, Breakfast Club CTG. We out this B.